Sitting down by my window, just looking out at the rain. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sitting down by my window, just looking out at the rain. I want someone to tell me why love is like, why it's like a ball and chain. Ooh, oh, oh. Sitting down by my window, just looking out at the rain. Something came along, honey, grabbed a hold of me, and it felt like a ball and chain. Well, all right. And I say, oh, honey, this can't be. Will someone please tell me why? And I say, oh, somebody, please tell me why. And I say, oh, honey, baby, please tell me why. Sitting down by my window, just looking out at the rain. Oh. Sitting down by my window, just looking out at the rain. Some came along, honey, grabbed a hold of me, and it felt like a ball and chain. Well, all right. And I say, oh, honey, this can't be. Will someone please tell me, please, tell me why. Tell me why love is like, well, it's like a ball and a chain. Hello, welcome to the Love Show. That was my little rendition of Ball and Chain. Today's show Today's show is about whether or not love is a ball and chain, and why people like Janis Joplin and Big Mama Thornton thought that it was a ball and chain. I'm Merlin Mililli. Welcome to the Love Show, where we grapple with the question, what is love? So, I did ball and chain in my own style, modeled after both Big Mama and Janice. So, it was a little different. I usually do it better. I'm having kind of a ball and chain sort of day. But anyway, it is a song I like to sing because I do feel sometimes like love is like a ball and chain. So, Willie Mae Thornton, or Big Mama Thornton, wrote the song Ball and Chain. And in 1971, she sang in the song, I know my love's gonna last forever, shine for eternity. Janis Joplin made the song famous. If you haven't heard either Big Mama's or Janis's, look them up. Definitely worth a listen. Ball and Chain. But I find it interesting that Big Mama in 1971 said, I know my love's gonna last forever, shine for eternity, in the same exact place where Janis sings, why is love like a ball and chain? So maybe Big Mama freed herself before she passed. But Janis, being so young, I'm afraid I don't think Janis ever freed herself. After my research, I understand that both women are very complicated. They were very complicated women. They are still very complicated women. I think they both had a lot in common. Much more than either one of them realized. And they met and they knew one another. One thing I think they had in common was a love void. They both had a weird love void. I found that where someone was abused or lost a parent or a close loved one, it suddenly leaves, well, if you lost a close loved one suddenly, it leaves this void, it's not always sudden, but a void, a love void, where love should reside. It's like a vacant apartment in a person that really should be rented. It should have love and warmth and light in it, yet it sits vacant. Love void apartment. Willie Mae, or Big Mama Thornton, lost her mom at 14. At 14, she also quit school and left home and started her career. Brave girl. She was known to carry a wad of cash in her pocket and a snub-nosed pistol in her purse. She was dubbed Big Mama by an MC at the Apollo Theater. She had made herself somebody, bought her own Cadillac before Janis ever left Port Arthur, Texas. But yet, Janis performed Ball and Chain at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967. Her performance there of that song went down in history and was recorded with video by the Mamas and the Papas who put on the Monterey Pop Festival. Big Mama Thornton, not to be confused with Mama Cass of the Mamas and the Papas, that's a different mama. Big Mama Thornton, who wrote the song Ball and Chain, she didn't record it, even though it's her song, until 1968. The Monterey Pop Festival was in 67. Pardon me, there's lots of fur in my house. It's shedding season for all my furry friends. I like both versions. Big Mama also recorded a song in 1952 called Hound Dog, which she did not write, but was written for her by Lieber and Stoller. And yes, it's the same Hound Dog that Elvis recorded and made famous. Lieber and Stoller were partners not only in writing, but also in producing music. They produced Big Mama's version in 1952 of Hound Dog, and then gave it to Elvis in 1969. Elvis made $4.3 billion on Hound Dog. Big Mama was paid one time $500 for Hound Dog. I'm not sure what that is, but that just doesn't strike me as love. Not that the record industry should be loving or anybody expects it to. It's just, that's definitely not love. I don't know what it is, but something's askew there. $4.3 billion and $500. But not love is what we get from things that are not alive. Not love, anti-love. We must not tether ourselves to things that are not alive and hope for love. I think that is what these women did. They tethered themselves to the record industry like it was a living, breathing, loving person, and it was going to save their lives. But the record industry is not a person. It's not even just one person. It's a conglomerate of people, and it's a corporation. It's not a person. The record industry isn't alive in itself. Now, I'm not letting the record industry off the hook here. They were tricky and underhanded and did plenty to help out Elvis where they neglected Big Mama. But it's a conglomerate of people who hold shares, shareholders, people with money putting money down on music. It's a business, not a person. Of course, they were going to bet on Elvis over Big Mama at that time, I suppose. Even now, I mean, unfortunately, black women haven't come much further. They weren't betting on love, they were betting on money. Money isn't love. Business isn't love. They were betting on what white Americans were going to buy in the 1950s and 60s. They were betting where they saw the most potential money. Janice and Mama tethered themselves to this industry, betting against them. A cold, callous industry calculating against them. And they chained themselves to it like it was their last resort. Like it was a log in a rushing river. The industry probably barely even noticed either one of them when they were in there. They saw them in dollars and cents. Now they notice them because they produced some dollars and cents. So now they're notable. But before they actually produced any dollars or cents, they weren't worth that much to them, I guess. I think that is one of the main problems with our world where we are dehumanizing. I think that's where the dehumanizing came from. This notion that it's okay to pretend to be a machine and pretend to not be human so that one doesn't have to own up to one's actions. To pretend that one is not responsible for pain that they cause others if they choose to ignore it. Well, if you choose to ignore it, it's still there, lingering, and it will come around, bite you. It'll get you. I think if there was more love in all industries, but particularly creative industries like the record industry, unless whistle and look away ignorance. Purposeful ignorance can be really damaging. When we know people are getting hurt and we turn a blind eye, that isn't love. That's ignorance. And that's purposeful ignorance. It's one thing to be ignorant because you just don't know better. It's another thing to know and look away. Yeah, we do it. Humans do it all the time. And then we lie to ourselves. This kind of ignorance is what causes the pain of war. The man who signs the paper for the execution is still a murderer. Even if he didn't get his hands dirty. In fact, in the grand scheme of things, I think the paper signer who turns the blind eye and evades responsibility is actually more responsible to do the right thing than, the soldier that was trained to kill. Anyway, I digress. There are many shareholders in this world, and that means that they need to think more individually and collectively together and communicate what they're thinking about what they do or don't do, actually, with the power of their money. They need to be human first and then be shareholders. They need to consider that their bets are on lives. Real lives. Living people who have families, they have mothers, they have fathers, they have brothers, they have sisters, they have daughters, they have sons. Real people with real lives who cook meals every day. Real people. They have bills. They have lives. And livelihoods. Maybe then when people who have great love voids, like Janice and Big Mama Thornton, like myself, maybe then it would be okay for a person to tether themselves so hopelessly to an industry or a corporation to seek love. To seek love to fill their void. But alas, it is not this way at this time. But if the shareholders meet and talk to the people involved and realize that they're people, maybe they could all love each other. Because I find most of the people that are shareholders in the music industry are music fans. You don't become a shareholder in the music industry because you hate music, do you? I mean, most people choose music because they like music. Okay, so I'm reaching corporations loving. Maybe I'm reaching. But a girl can dream. A girl can dream. A girl can dream. But this is my reason. This is my answer for Janice. Why love is like a ball and chain. It's because they tethered themselves to something cold and hard and heavy, like a ball and chain. Had they not been so damaged by the world and its cold, heavy lack of love, I think they could have tethered themselves to a family that could have given them love. Real love. but damage from loss, from abuse. It closes a person up. It makes them not want to trust, not want to love, and ultimately, it hurts the individual more. Love, Janice, wherever you are. It's only like a ball and chain. If you give yours to something that is not alive, if you give it to something cold and heavy, love should not be like a ball and chain. It should not be cold and heavy. Things that are cold and heavy and not alive cannot reciprocate love. Inanimate objects and abstract ideas cannot return love to anyone. For now, an old Cherokee told his grandfather there is a battle between two wolves inside us all. One is evil. It is anger, jealousy, greed, resentment, inferiority, lies, ego, cold and heavy. The other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, humility, kindness, empathy, and truth. The boy thought about it and asked, "Grandfather, which wolf wins?" The old man quietly replied, "The one you feed." So, feed the ones you love, real living people, your love. Don't feed corporations your love. It's a waste. Unless they're noticing you individually, then you can love individually. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the love show. Get out there and love. Keep watching. What is love? Do, 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 do. What is love? Do, do, do. What is love? Do, 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 do. What is love? Do, do, do. What is love? Do, 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 do. What is love? Do, do, do. What is love? Do, 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 do. What is love? Do, do, do. What is love? Thanks for watching.